728. Oh, there's another motorcycle. He's out riding. What is up, everyone? Hope everyone is doing well. It's about 29 degrees out this beautiful morning. Moon is still out. Mr. Sandy from Holy Shift and his lowrider ST, he's going to be meeting us, and we're going to be taking a ride today. Hey, he's actually there waiting already.
Morning.
How you doing?
A bit chilly.
A little bit chilly?
A bit chilly.
Chilly Willy?
Yep. You ready to go or gas?
Yeah. How's the bike? Nice, huh? Nice. Floorboards look good.
Yeah, thank you.
Sweet. Oh, I like the decal.
Oh yeah, you didn't see it in person.
Oh, that's really nice. Easy to put on?
No, yeah, it was okay.
Yeah? All right, so we are ready to go. That is Sandy's 2022, right? 22 lowrider ST. Really nice. You guys could check out previous videos on his bike. We did a couple videos on it. So when's the cam going in?
April, probably, hopefully.
So maybe April, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you gonna go with?
Probably the 475.
475. Yeah, okay.
The good old 475.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely get a lot of power out of the 117. Yep. So that's basically what we're gonna talk about today, because a lot of people have been asking me what cam I have in a bike. Obviously, I've mentioned it many times, but we're going to be going over cams as far as this 107 and what it does, what a cam does, and how much power can it put out on a 117.
That is insane and realize you cannot believe. It's an amazing sound.
Ready? Oh man, sounding really good. Boy Sandy's been away for a couple weeks on vacation and work. He's finally back. So what I wanted to talk about is Sandy, just like he mentioned, he's going to be probably doing a stage 2 on the lowrider ST. And right now I have on my 107, I have the SNS 475 cam, and with the 107 I was able to get 116 horsepower and about 117 foot-pounds of torque. And a lot of people are going back and forth which cam to use and stuff like that. But through my experience from using several cams, I just absolutely love the 475. I just think there is nothing like it as far as how hard it pulls, higher in the RPM range, the torque it gives you, the sound, the lope, the idle sound, just everything about the camshaft I love. Now there is another camshaft, the 3030, which does have a higher lift. I believe it's a 485, which supposedly I did hear it sounds really good as well, but I've never used it. So possibly in the future, I might consider, or I would consider using that cam. But as far as any other cams, I've used the 468, the Redshift cams, the Woods cams, and I can't find any other cam like the 475. Again, this is my personal opinion. It just sounds so good with this exhaust. So those are the power numbers that I got with my 107 with the 475. But what's crazy is if you go up to a 114 and you use roadkill and you put in the 475 on a 114, and I'm going by numbers that I achieved on my previous bike Silverback with the 114. I first started off with a 475 cam with a stage 2 before I even did the 128, and I believe the horsepower numbers were about 118 horsepower and about 128 foot-pounds of torque. So as you guys can see, the horsepower number didn't jump a lot because of the extra 7 cubic inches of motor, but the torque drastically went up. It went up a good 12 foot-pounds. Sandy has the Lowrider ST with the 117, and he's planning on doing the stage 2 with the 475. So I'm here to tell you, because Big Guy on his new CVO with the 117, he just did a stage 2 with the 475. He showed me his dyno sheets. Sandy's filming at the same time. And he was able to put out 122 horsepower and 132 foot-pounds of torque on a 117, which is amazing. It's amazing numbers. Now, just to give you guys an idea, and again, check back in all my videos when I was at Dave by JD Cycle Works, you can see all the dyno results. We have did dyno results on a stock Screaming Eagle 131, and the horsepower numbers are anywhere between 128 to about 132. That's what you get on a stock 131 Screaming Eagle motor stage 4. That is the stock horsepower numbers. So when you see higher horsepower numbers on a 131, higher than 130 horsepower, 132 horsepower into the 150s, 160s, there's other things that were done to it. The Screaming Eagle components, primarily the camshaft and the tuner, were definitely replaced. You can't achieve horsepower numbers in the 150s and 160 range on a 131 in stock form straight from Harley Davidson. It just doesn't happen. So that's the kind of horsepower that Sandy could be expecting from that 117, which is phenomenal numbers, 122, 123 horsepower and about 132 foot-pounds of torque. Those are massive numbers. And again, commenting, oh my God, that's 156 horsepower is nothing. Well, I'm never comparing Harley Davidson M8 horsepower, 800-pound motorcycle horsepower, to a sport bike. I never did that, nor I ever will. Obviously, horsepower to weight ratio is huge. So having said that, we're going to give you guys pretty much an idea that stock 117 with probably about 80 horsepower, but weighing in at, I don't know off the top of my head, I'll put it up top in the video now, compared to this 107, and I just weighed the bike, weighing in at 838 pounds, 116 horsepower. We're going to show you guys how big of a difference does power to weight ratio mean, because 100 pounds, 150, 200 pounds is a lot compared to horsepower. So what I'm going to have Sandy do is we're going to put it in the same gear, and we're both going to hit the throttle, and you guys will be able to see which one pulls harder and faster. Is it going to be the Road Glide with the 107 Stage 2, 116 horsepower, 117 foot-pounds of torque, or is it going to be Sandy's Lowrider ST with the 117 bone stock, pushing, I'm going to say, like I said, in the low 80 horsepower, wheel horsepower. And again, I'm not comparing horsepower, I'm not comparing bikes. I just want to show you guys how power to weight ratio is huge. Now again, let's throw in this circumstance. If Sandy, once he's done with his Stage 2 on his bike, there is no chance that I'm going to obviously be able to keep up on my Road Glide with the 107. Not only will he have more power, a little more power than me, but the weight is going to play a gigantic factor. And that's why on this build, it was really important for me to not add any extra weight. So having said that, Harley-Davidson claims that my bike, a 2022 Road Glide Standard, wet weight is 855 pounds. So you guys could check out the video. My bike is weighing in at around 838. So I was able to, I'm going to even say 835, because there's a bunch of things that I couldn't take off. People actually notated that in the comments. You know, like the docking hardware, and I had a bunch of the brackets and stuff. So there was a bunch of things that I actually couldn't take off. So let's just say 835. But now in the future, do I have any other options for removing some weight? Absolutely. I mean, literally, I think the lead acid battery on these bikes is probably about 40-50 pounds. I just talked to Adam from Amsoil Oil, because I'm going to be doing the 3-hole oil change here shortly on my bike. So we only use Amsoil oil on my bike, so I just want to verify with him what we should use. So we're going to be getting that ordered and delivered to the house so I could bring you guys that video. But I think he's going to be hooking me up with a lithium battery. So now the lithium battery, when I was over, it literally weighs nothing. Like, I could like throw it up, like, I'm gonna say like 2 pounds. It's crazy. So I'll be able to probably shed, I'm gonna say, anywhere from 35 to 40 pounds just with the battery change. I might be able to actually lower the bike down into the 700s, which would be nuts. And then obviously another huge change that I could do is go to carbon wheels. Not only would that save weight, but it would drastically, and I mean drastically, improve the acceleration, the braking, the handling characteristics, and the suspension would absolutely improve from letting go of that sprung weight. So we'll see in the future, but as far as right now, we're definitely going to kill a couple more pounds with a lithium battery, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. It is a chilly morning, boys. She sounds so good. Put into fourth gear. Let's see. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah. Go. See, he goes first. Wow. So you see what I'm talking about. He was in fourth, I was in fourth. I let him gun it first and then I gun it. But the bike jumps out. It jumps out. That's how much difference it is having a lighter bike. Obviously Sandy weighs less than me, quite a bit less than me. We're probably talking about a bike that's in the 600-pound range. We're probably talking about a 200-pound difference. And I don't know what Sandy's weight is, but I'm sure I probably got about 50 pounds on him. So power to weight ratio is everything. That's why even if you guys watch any sport bike YouTube channels, if two people have a BMW S1000RR, both bone stock, and one rider is 150 pounds and the other rider is 220 pounds, trust me when I tell you, it's going to make a huge difference. The guy that is lighter is going to pull on the other guy that is heavier. It goes hand in hand. The bike can have actually more horsepower and more torque, but if you're a heavier dude, you still might be slower. All right, guys, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Look at that sky. Oh, and by the way, stay tuned for the next video, because we're actually going by Nadal's house and I'm doing a full review on his absolutely beautiful Street Glide Special with the 131.